Peace, fight fans. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, and I have to start with an apology. I didn't make a pre-fight video to hype up and to let those who are unaware know that there was going to be a very good fight coming on between Manny Pacquiao's protege, Mark Magsayo, from the Philippines versus Mexico's Rey Vargas, who is moving up in weight to take on the recently crowned WBC champion Mark Magsayo from the Philippines. This was going to be a good fight. Stylistically, you have a tall, lanky fighter in Rey Vargas, who I love Rey Vargas' style. He's a really good fighter. He normally uses his jab more, but for this fight, his game plan was to match power with power, because Mark Magsayo, he is a power puncher. He's a power puncher. He has devastating power punching, and even in this fight, he knocked down Rey Vargas, and he caught Rey Vargas clean quite a few times. But Rey Vargas has that granite chin that's been inherited in his DNA from that Mexican pedigree. You know, Mexican fighters, they have that warrior, that Aztec Mayan chin, and that jaw just doesn't crack for much. So he was able to withstand a lot of Mark Magsayo's punches up until the 9th round, when Magsayo caught him and he went down. And at that point, Magsayo should have tried to put him away instead, and he should have tried to put him away by calculating his attack, starting with the jab, throw some jabs up top to blind him, and then come with the hook or with the overhand. So instead, he kept trying to lunge at Vargas. But Magsayo was lunging the whole fight. So Vargas knew that that's what was going to come. So he knew simply the only way that he's been attacking me is by lunging hooks at me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step back. I'm going to step back. And he was able to evade the danger and get out of that round, regroup in the corner, and he came back out. But I feel neither man had a definitive great performance in regards to using their jab to set up their punches. A lot of this fight, the majority of this fight, was just power punches, hooks, and straight rights. And Magsayo was catching Vargas with a lot of the straight rights. I felt Magsayo was having the ring generalship. I felt he was pressing the action, and he had Rey Vargas on the retreat more. Even though Rey Vargas at times would plant his feet and throw punches, but I felt Magsayo was the one coming forward. He was the one catching him with the cleaner punches. But at the end of the day, the judges seen it different. And, you know, it was a good fight, really good fight. I like Rey Vargas. I like both of them. So, you know, for Rey Vargas, congratulations to him coming up in weight and now conquering yet a second division, getting another title in another division. And that's, you know, that's not easy to do. That's something that's very overlooked in the sport, when you're able to move up in weight and have success in that weight class. Because one thing that you have to take into account is that your power does not often translate. You don't often move up in weight and sustain the same amount of punching power. So for him to be able to come in to his first fight, moving up in this new weight class and win a championship, congratulations to him. Well deserved. Mark Magsayo should have set up his punches more. He should have used the jab. He was doing good jabbing the body, and that's what you're supposed to do as a smaller guy. Magsayo is 5'6", Vargas 5'10", so jab the body, jab the body. I liked what I was seeing from Magsayo in terms of his Manny Pacquiao-like combination, where he would throw a straight to the stomach and then come up with a hook. So I like that. That's a vintage Manny Pacquiao combination, where he'll go hook low and hook high. So straight low, hook high, and he caught Vargas with it a couple times. And you know, he just wasn't setting up his offense enough. And he just kept lunging and lunging and lunging, and especially against a taller fighter, that's just not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So Magsayo's got to go back to the drawing board. He's got to watch this film. He has a great genius in his corner, and that was another fun fact about this fight, that you had a rivalry between trainers, sort of like a Mike Krzyzewski from Duke versus Dean Smith from North Carolina. You have these two minds going at it that train their athletes, and you had Nacho Beristain and Freddie Roach, who have a history of training opposition to go against one another, from the Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez 4-fight saga. So it was fun to see a next generation version of that, with Manny Pacquiao's former trainer Freddie Roach, Juan Manuel's former trainer, and Nacho Beristain, and both of them going at it again with fighters from the next generation. So that was like a cool little tidbit about this fight. But altogether, it was a really good fight to start the second half officially of the boxing season, of the boxing year. So the second half is here. There's going to be a lot of good fights. The table was set from a lot of these first half fights that happened are going to lead to like a lot of really good fights in this second half. And, we just got to stay tuned, fight fans. Every Saturday moving forward could be another big fight. And all we got to do is just check it out and see what happens next. So this is Wise for Wise Words Media. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. And I'm out. Peace.